In 2017, actor Kevin Spacey was accused of harassing and assaulting multiple people, including actor Anthony Rapp, who was only 14 at the time. In the wake of these allegations, multiple projects Kevin Spacey was working on at the time took actions to remove him. The Netflix show House of Cards fired him after a 5-day investigation and killed off his character. 8 employees of the show also came forward to accuse Spacey of misconduct. The movie Billionaire Boys Club delayed its release. It ended up only being showed in a limited amount of theaters and on demand. The company distributing the movie stated that although they supported abuse and harassment victims, they felt that the other hundreds of people who worked on the film deserved it releasing in theaters. At the box office, it made only $2.7 million with a budget of $15 million. The movie All the Money in the World ended up taking the most drastic action. They removed Spacey from the role by reshooting the scenes he appeared in. They cast actor Christopher Plummer instead, who ended up being nominated for an Oscar in the role. The only remnant of Spacey in the film is from a part of the movie in the desert that was too expensive to reshoot. The shot didn't show Spacey's face. But among all the projects that were in production before the accusations against Spacey were made, one took a drastically different approach, canceling the entire thing. But why did this movie take such a radically different approach than the others? What was in the movie that caused them to scrap the entire thing? Gore was a planned biopic about American writer Gore Vidal. It was based on the book Empire of Self, A Life of Gore Vidal, which was written by Jay Perini, who was Gore's friend. The plot of the movie revolves around Gore, who was at a low point in his life after a failed Senate campaign, meeting a younger man who he takes an interest in. This younger man, named Jamie, was played by actor Douglas Booth, who was about 25 at the time of filming, while Spacey was 58. This age gap is reminiscent of the age gap between Spacey and Rapp when Rapp said Spacey assaulted him, though Booth's character in the film was an adult. BuzzFeed managed to obtain a copy of the film's script, and the excerpts have disturbing similarities to what Spacey was accused of. In one scene, Gore says, "It strikes me that the tales of Tiberius swimming with all his little boys, his little minnows as he called them, nibble, nibble, nibble." According to the BuzzFeed article, right after saying nibble, 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 Gore says, "That's hard to make up," which is exactly what I was thinking while reading the script. In other scenes, Gore alludes to having relations with younger men, handing Jamie a lamp with a graphic carving on it. He also pursues Jamie throughout the movie. In possibly the most disturbing scene, he drunkenly kisses Jamie in a pool. Jamie says, "Gore, no," and tries to push him away, but Gore grabs him and refuses to let him go. One of the details in Rapp's allegations against Spacey was that Spacey was visibly intoxicated. While the filmmakers who created Gore didn't know about Spacey's allegations at the time, it's hard not to see a parallel between them and Gore's character. As for Spacey himself, he's never publicly commented on the movie. Whether or not his prior actions played a part in him accepting the role or his performance is unknown. Unlike the other projects Spacey was working on, Gore had actual similarities with Spacey's controversies. Spacey was also a main character, which would have made him getting replaced like he was in All the Money in the World almost impossible. All of these factors resulted in Netflix, the company who owned Gore, shelving the film indefinitely. In the years afterwards, they haven't publicly commented on it either. The decision to cancel the film came even though Gore was mostly completed and had a multi-million-dollar budget. Combined with the cost of canceling Spacey's other projects, Netflix lost $39 million. So will the film ever be released? A lot of factors point towards that not happening anytime soon. For one, there aren't a lot of people asking Netflix for the movie. Gore Vidal doesn't exactly have a huge fan base anticipating the movie either. Additionally, there were no trailers or promotional material released for the film before its cancellation, so there wasn't any hype built up. In fact, most people don't even know the movie exists. While the millions of dollars spent on the movie aren't nothing, it seems that Netflix was willing to lose the money in order to cut ties with Spacey. Since they still haven't made plans to release it, they're likely willing to just let it remain in a vault for the time being. Actor Michael Stuhlbarg, who was a major character in the film, said in an interview that he hoped the film would one day get released. While he understood why Netflix shelved it, he said that the cast and crew worked hard on the movie and wanted others to see it. He also stated that he wasn't aware of any potential plans to release it down the road. The director of the film, Michael Hoffman, was interviewed about it in 2022. He stated that there was an ongoing conversation about one day releasing the film. He also believed that at some point the movie would come out. Hoffman said that in his opinion, Gore was the best film he's directed, and the script was the best he's written. He compared the film to Amadeus, it being a biopic that focuses more on a period of Gore's life and not the entire thing. Jay Perini also believed in the project, as he sold the rights to his book for only $1. In the years since the allegations were made, Kevin Spacey has continued to be largely shunned by Hollywood studios. He's made a few YouTube videos and appeared in a few lower profile movies since, but they're nowhere near the types of projects he was working on before the allegations. Spacey has also faced a variety of legal issues. In one case, he was ordered to pay millions of dollars to the production company that made House of Cards. Although he had initially issued an apology to Anthony Rapp, he later stated in court that he regrets that apology and denies the allegations. From what I could find, most of the cast and crew of Gore continued to get work in the years after the movie was shelved. If you have any thoughts or questions about Gore and whether or not it should be released, please leave a comment. Big shout out to the channel Crossing the Line who conducted the interview with Hoffman. I'll leave a link to them below. If you enjoyed this video and think others would too, I'd appreciate it if you shared the video. If you'd like to support my channel, my Patreon, as well as my other social media accounts, will be linked below. If you'd like to hear about more Lost Media, I'll have a playlist with my Lost Media videos in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.